My name is Dragon Raider Valhalla, and welcome to For Honor, where I actually recently got Black Prior, and I know I said he's like one of the most annoying characters there is in this game, hence why I have him. So I chose to get him mostly because I remember how many people hate him, or just in general how he works. I kind of like him. I personally would say I hate going against him, but when the case comes to it's a Prior versus a Prior, one of the Priors is going to win, and that's the one that's actually a person. So, in the case being, I actually have been playing with him for a little bit. So, essentially, he's level 13. But I don't have any new executions for him, so I still have the basic stuff on him. But, I think it's really cool to have a character that pretty much can be the Grim Reaper. His headpiece, by the way, guys, is from the current event, where everyone kind of has a new event armor, but it's only, I think, available to get during this time. If not, it will be afterward, but it'll be less likely to come upon you. But, essentially, I've been playing with him a little bit. I've been trying to get familiarized with him, and now I have all the knights. And I've actually managed to find little ways to perfect their combat style. So I really don't use his block breaking ability where you, like, it's like the, essentially where you dodge and then essentially push square, which is usually a block break. I haven't really been using that one all that much, but it's still fun. But I do like the fact that you can throw people over your shoulder. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to do one game of Tribute, since it's the last one I have to do. And I got to do a little bit of Breach. But essentially, the idea of him, from what I know, is he's either a prince or a king. I don't know exactly, but from what I remember is that princes or kings will always have something that represents a crown. If you see in his default headgear, it has a literal looking crown, which I'm going to show you here. This is what he defaultly looks like. Now, when other people say this doesn't look like it would be a crown, think about how a crown actually looked in that time. This could look like the Lich's crown, or something along that line, but I don't know exactly if he's like a king or not. But I do know that for some reason it looks like a crown, so he's either a prince or a king, and then in the case of female, a queen or a princess, which I doubt it would be a princess, but I'm gonna say it's probably gonna be a princess or something. But I prefer to say it's more of a king look than a queen look, because I would understand the shield for the queen, but I wouldn't 100% understand the weapon choice for the queen. A queen would be more a lighter sword, mostly because this is like a two-handed sword normally, but he's using it in a one-handed manner. But like I said, everyone has their preferences on character look. Some people use it as a female, some people use it as a male. I prefer to use it as a male because it looks better as a male, since males in my case are more brutal. The only character I gave that kind of power was technically the Raider, but Vikings are beasts, and I use a Valkyrie, who's also just about as powerful, but she's a hybrid. So the only difference is hybrids versus heavies. I feel like the heavy would normally win, but it also depends on how much you use said heavy. Like in the case being, I don't really use this heavy all that much. I just got him recently, and I've been using him every day, or for the past 2 days. Oh, so Modern Warfare, I have the watch, and I tried the new rifle. The new rifle is absolutely fabulous. I think I showed it on stream, if not, we were just playing last night. But it was really fun to use the rifle. I really enjoyed the rifle more than I did the Vector. But the Vector is still overall going to be the best stealth weapon, I would have to say, mostly because the way I use it is I have the monolithic and everything. But I do believe there's an integral suppressor variant or a monolithic. I don't know. I prefer to have the bigger barrel with the monolithic because it adds a little extra damage range. But that also depends on the gun. Like for the MP5, I technically use the integral suppressor that like hides enemy skulls. Which, if you guys play the new Modern Warfare, or you've seen a lot of people use the new Modern Warfare, you'll notice that there's a couple different things for different guns where each attachment is absolutely customizable and everything. But like I said, I'm familiar with this game. I've played it for a while, and I actually haven't really died all that much with using Black Prior. I may still be getting used to him, but I'm not dying like I normally would when it comes to being new to a character. And I feel like some people can understand the whole new characters are really weird to use. Don't you dare. But I found a really easy way to use him. And I keep finding the ways to kind of use it as an advantageable thing. You get your butt back here. Okay, well. I'll just grab this flag then. The only real downfall that this character has is movement speed, but I'm kind of okay with it. I'm used to being a slower, heavy hitter class than I am a faster class with better weapons, usually. Between the two styles that I have, and that's usually using heavies anyway and hitting a lot of people at once. But in the case being, I probably prefer this guy more than I would like Raider. Mostly because he has more brutal executions, meaning he has more advantage compared to what most people think he has. So I like his looks, I like how he works, I like his brutality, and I like a lot of his newer executions, essentially. But some people may not see it as such. But like I said, everybody has the different opinions on what is a good character and what isn't. In my opinion, this character is really overpowered due to the fact that he has a lot of different abilities that allow him to outmaneuver, is what I'll say, his opponents. But he's a very good, agile character in a way that many people probably wouldn't see right away unless you sat down and used him. But like I said, I like this character a lot, mostly because it's just an overpowered look. Like, the idea of the character on paper is good, and then I like it in an actual game. So in all actuality, it's just a really good character with a lot of different things that add a little bit of advantage to your character. So if you like to be a very defendable type, this character is an extremely defendable person. As in, you could probably throw a rock at him, a very big rock nonetheless, and he'd still be a-okay. But I will say there are some downfalls to this character. One of them, of course, being that you have less mobility than the normal people. But again, it really doesn't matter as long as you can deal with such a thing. Like, I'd probably prefer to be a little more of a let's be prepared for this situation than let's not. So I kind of prefer to be prepared in these situations because they're always good to have. But this character I'm still trying to get used to, so you notice I am able to throw people over my shoulder, but that I'm not necessarily familiarized with how that works yet. So I'm not 100% familiarized with him being like that. But I do like some of their glove styles on this one, because normally there's those, so if you notice like how his arms, they stack on the platelets, his fingers have that same look. And you'll see that right there. His fingers kind of have that same kind of platelet, and I really do like that. I don't know why, I just do. But it's one of those things where I just kind of like the look of it compared to most of the other looks on something. Same thing with like the shields. I prefer to have something that was actually from this event, which is the Apollyon stuff, the Apollyon's Legacy, or the Visions of Caden even, because those look good. I use the Apollyon's Legacy 1 mostly because I like the look of it, and I like how it spirals with the ideals. So essentially, if I can get a different shield, that would be really nice, but I don't want to spend my credits just yet. Mostly because if I'm going to spend my credits to change the look, I want to have a shield that I actually would use. Now, in the case being, there's a couple shields here that I actually would want. One of them being this one, which, I mean, I had before. I just kind of use this one for the time. But it's more like I want to get this one, and not the basic one, but this one would be nice. But I don't want to spend the credits to get them, so it's either buy a crate and get them by chance, or I'll just wait until the next, like this upcoming level up system, which is the next reputation. But you guys will see, a lot of these are extremely brutal. And also, if you guys haven't told this already, this is a non-family friendly game. I'm a family-friendly channel who plays violent video games for fun, because why not? But essentially, this is not meant for kids under 10 years old, probably. I don't know. I don't know what you would age this at. But, see, so you can throw people over your shoulder like it's nothing in this character. And you do it with the actual attack, too. But a lot of these attacks are actually going to be a little bit dumb, mostly because I'm still, like I said, getting new to this character. Meaning, I don't know everything there is about him, but I do know some of the stuff because I've seen people and I fought him as a personal excuse. Meaning that I fought him before, and I have a little experience going against him, so I know how they work. I know how the people or the AI that I fight will use him. So I know how to counter it by using whatever knowledge I have, which is usually against like a player base, so it's a little bit uneven when it comes to what I'm doing. But like in Call of Duty, if you guys ever heard how I play the game, you'll be a little bit confused at first until I start getting into more detail. So you'll notice if I'm doing like 1v1s or something, I usually die a couple times. I take this time to acknowledge how they are, what their movements are, their strategies, how they think about it. So in the case being, I do the same thing here. I take what knowledge I have given by failure, and I use that knowledge to back up my situation. Pardon me there. I was really thirsty. Anyway, but the entire basis of this game is based on melee combat. Now, you guys know I used to do a little bit of bow staffing. I tried to go do bow staffing again, but my bow staff's kind of cracked, meaning I can't really do it now. Because I would intend to try and hit like a tree or something as a training method. Because depending on how big a tree is, you can base it off of your body. So most adults are, well, if we're talking male, most adults are going to be like 6 foot, maybe 5'11", but there are some 6'4". My dad is 6'4" and I'm 6'2.5", meaning I'm probably around the same size as he is and half his weight. So, but essentially what's going to happen is I use whatever knowledge I have like on my opponent. So heavies, the best way to counter them is to use an assassin, but if the heavy like this comes at you, you have a big problem because they can read you pretty easily too. So when it comes to like fighting shaman or something like that, there's going to be a few seconds of pure panic, and one of those few seconds is going to end up being a major catastrophe for whoever you're fighting. So I run out of stamina easily, but if you're smart about your stamina maintenance, then you should pretty much be A-okay, and you shouldn't have too much of a problem with it. Oh, this is bad. My foot got stabbed and I died! This poor Centauri got to fight like 3 people at once. That is one of the biggest downfalls of dying in this game, is if you get outnumbered, you're screwed. I was outnumbered, so I couldn't do much, so that's my excuse here. But a lot of our teammates seem to either be near dying or having problems with these. And by the way, these guys are higher level than I am. Like, reputation's 100 and above, and like I said, everyone has their kind of excuse to how they die. Like, Black Dragon takes heart. When you talk about Black Dragon, you mean this? Oh, this isn't Black Dragon, this is just the Grim Reaper himself. The Harbinger of Death. War! I am war! The truest of all statements, and I've seen that executions and I really don't care for it. The execution on him just doesn't look good. You tried and you failed. It's just an overkill of a character. Why are you already using it? You're doing like no damage at the range you're at. I disapprove of this man, and I'm not gonna help them at this point. At this point, they just wasted it. Now we have to wait a good, like, I think it's like 10 to 30 seconds. They'll be docked by the time our next one is done. So at this point, I'm gonna stay here and do my duty, and that's just screw with them. So it seems like we're still at only the first section, and they're not even half health and they're shielded. And all these higher levels used it so early, so essentially we just wasted it and they already have shield. So now we have to use it to get rid of the shield and it doesn't do a lot of damage. So now we have to base our estimates on how we're going to fight back on this. I will not lose again to you. I refuse to lose to this man. Wait, is that a woman or a man? That's the woman one. Okay. And forgive my judgment, sometimes it's hard to tell what a character looks like, especially when they're wearing the armor like Black Briar. The only difference you could tell is how short they are compared to the male. And if you think that's easy, you are wrong to think so. Because it actually really isn't all that easy to tell if there's a female or a male. So unless you're looking at facial features, but if those are covered up, you're going off of what their body looks like. Their body's going to look like the male, so you got to go it based off of how tall they are. So essentially, I go off of height, mostly because that's the easiest way to tell. Dragon Raider, it was another typical unsuspicious afternoon. Temper Day, slaying enemies left and right, and he was weighing Ukapu'ua. What? I am a knight. I am the prince of all the harbinging of death. I am war. Hello. This boy looking like a ram. At least he knows how to block, but he really doesn't know how to maintain on a ram. Begone thought, I can deal with this one. Ah, yes, he's got that cool one because he spent money on it. Alright, alright, alright. Let's see, how many pikemen are we gonna kill? Probably like 0. Yep, but we've damaged that ram heavily, but guess what? They're gonna damage our gate heavily. I had to think of what it was for a second. Also, ladies and gentlemen, if you ever wanted to play a game with me and you don't have, like, a PS4, get Minecraft and I'll show you guys later what my username is. If you guys have the new Modern Warfare, it's pretty much just my username on here, Jake Lava, capital J and L. So if you guys want to add me, look me up on both of those 2 sections, but I'll have to show you the Minecraft one, unless you see my previous Minecraft videos where I've just started loading in and I haven't gotten into a world. Crap. And I have, you know, nothing to show. The inner gate remains, but I'm still standing, and I'm like another gate! Back the frick up, Ram. I ain't your B. You mind, if anything. I'm just kidding. That's really nowhere near true. Anyway, so essentially, if you guys have one of those 2 games, this would be your time to get that information from me. But like I said, it's pretty much just my username in this case, which is just Jake Lava for Call of Duty. And for anything else, that's kind of its own thing. I like how silent that scream is. I would figure it to be louder, considering it says scream. Two birds and one blade. What you gonna do now? Stab me? I love how it looks when he does that. It just fits him more. I don't need your healing stone, bro. See? I don't need it, boy. Boy, I am war. That's just me in a nutshell. Very cool. I shall ask the girl at the dusk, which is my scribe, said the cat in the window. Bye. Stay safe, healthy, exercise plus sleep and gaming. Are you talking to me? I appreciate that. Stay safe, and I honestly have been having a harder time sleeping, mostly because I'm excited to see my mom again, since it's been like, I don't know how long since I saw my mom, because she's all the way in South Dakota. She's in the South Dakota. Oh, we're gonna go to the Guardian? Got you, fam. I got you, homie. I really want to fight the Guardian in this case, so I'm gonna go do that. And then someone just got freaking murdered right next to me. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Is he up or where is he? Oh, here's the Guardian. With the amount of firepower we just put into this guy. Yes, you're mine now, Guardian. And now I just look even worse. Let's just go ahead and go murder him again. This is how you know I'm starting to get familiar with him. At a point where I start to take damage, and then the person dies about 3 seconds later. And that is not gonna be passed. Okay, they passed it. I love the chainmail sound in this. Just listen to this. Love the sound of chainmail. I don't know why. I really want to get like a full set of knight's armor or something like that one of these days. Or I'll even just make it one of these days. Because I like the idea of it. I don't know why. I just really like the idea of knight's armor. And it actually doesn't weigh a whole lot. Like, technically, 55 pounds is like a full set of properly made armor that's tailored to you, aka properly made to your body. So only you could really wear it, as it's properly done to you. What's up? Sub to just helping a fellow For Honor player and streamer out. I appreciate that, King Warlord. I might do the same here in like maybe a couple minutes if you let me finish my match. But how's your day going, other than that? That is a perfectly timed I am war, because that straight up broke it. Cats, behave yourself. Behave yourself. Go on, Max. Behave yourself. Don't beat up your sister. Doing good. Had work this morning. That's always fun. I haven't gotten a job yet, so I wouldn't know. But sounds fun. With the biggest amount of sarcasm I could put on there. Yeah, but you gotta do what you gotta do to live, right? Alright, let me... There's my phone. It's right there. Ow. Shut up, phone. Ain't nobody care about your free daily bonus. Witness me! Because I'm totally... Lol, how long have you been playing For Honor? I would say about a year, but I got it when it was free forever ago. So, I don't know exactly. Like, I couldn't give you that exactly, but I can give you a rough estimate. Probably around a year. Like, I'm not great at it, but I have enough skill to get by, if that makes sense. Yeah, it is. It's nice enough, anyway. It's one of those things where, like, it's similar to, like, how Call of Duty is, except I'm probably better at Call of Duty than I am at this, but, I've been playing since open beta on PS4. Actually, I did get the open beta. Sorry, I got it at about the same time then. So we've been probably playing for around the same time. I did actually get it with the open beta. I just forgot that I had the open beta. I got that on my Moz profile, so essentially I didn't know I had it until I looked on that profile one of these days. I'm tired. I literally pulled an all-nighter, so I have no sleep, except I took a nap not too long ago, so I had a really long nap. Because I didn't sleep. It was awful. because I was grinding on freaking Call of Duty just to get a freaking watch, which I got this morning. It's awful. Fun, but awful. I'm a Warlord and Centuryman. I'm not much of a Warlord, but I am a Centuryman. I use Centurion at least. I don't often play him anymore. I'm rep 10 with both of them. Rep 4 with Centurion, rep 2 for Gladiator, rep 9 for Lawbringer, rep 3 for Warden, rep 2 for Valk, rep 4 for Arem, Orochi rep 1, and Shaolin rep 1. I use more hybrids than heavies or anything else, but I do like certain characters at times. War-torn. I still prefer the dry blood. I'm rep 57 overall. I'm only 26. So I play this game, but I don't. Like, I play it in free time when I'm bored with something else, because this is a really good game for that. But I more prefer, like, shooters than medieval style, but I like medieval style a little bit more due to their interesting aspects. Especially because bow staff is really fun to learn. And I know sword fighting is a really fun one to learn. My dad used to do fencing, so I was always very fond of watching it. And I'm pretty sure that are not the colors I had. And that's what I thought. For some reason this one was still red, so I was sitting there panicking. Yeah, I play this every here and there, but I play more Call of Duty and like GTA than anything. So this is just kind of one of my late night boredom games. And I only ever really play against AI because I don't like the people in this game. There are very few honorable people. So like, I'm a person that will, if I'm using a character bigger than yours, or someone who has more advantage over you than anything, I play everyone. I have only Hitokiri, Tsunade, Zhang Zhong, Nuxia, and Sahanu left to rep up, and then I will have everyone repped. Nice. I mean, I more just kind of want Hitokiri, mostly because I'm one of the people that my friends are afraid of, hence why I bought Black Prior. One of my buddies, one of my black friends, you'll probably see him every here and there, but his name is Venom. His channel being Venom Razor. But essentially, he and I were playing last night, and we were joking about how he's still super afraid of me, which is actually pretty much true. If you've seen, I wasn't streaming at this time, but if you've seen streams where I played with him, if we're doing anything that goes against each other, he absolutely hates me. Mostly because I'm a little bit faster than he is when it comes to this game. Meaning, even if you use an assassin, he's not really going to be able to do much to me. Like, he'll hit me every here and there, but I tend to tank it. But a lot of my characters aren't all that powerful, but I use them in a way that makes them powerful. Like, I don't know if anybody else does this in the world, especially you, as a higher reputation. People are afraid of me because I'm great at anti-ganking. I mean, a lot of my friends just don't like how I play, mostly because I read them like a book. I have a couple friends who recently got this game, and one of them decided to challenge me almost instantly. And he said he knew everything about the game, so I said, try using heavier attacks if you want to actually do something. And I really hate it. I really hate when people go heavy. Like, normally it's like, oh, it's fine if you go heavy. Just don't be a wad and literally light attack because you're afraid. So I told him to be like use heavies, as in heavy attacks, and he said he knew everything about the game. And apparently he couldn't read that off of me. Because he was using one of his mains, and he's still trying to get familiarized with everything. I'm the person who only ever uses heavy, and I prefer to be a real big jerk when it comes to this. Especially when you get cocky, because I have a couple friends who are cocky. So I tend to find people who are like, oh, I'm so much better than you, and then they immediately get demolished. Then there are some that choose a map that they're extremely familiarized with, and then they camp your spawn because it's like shipment. And I sit there and say they're pathetic, because it's true. Same thing with spawn campers in general, they're pathetic. I hate them. I hate them, but I'll kill them. Why am I out here? I need to go to heroes. God, when was the last time I had a streamer buddy? And like I met another streamer on YouTube. That's one of my biggest problems nowadays. Is like I meet a lot of people on YouTube. Like I've met a guy from what was it? Like on the other side of the world, literally for me. And see, if you watch my friend or multiplayer part 147, is it like chaotic neutral or is it like just pure chaos? I still feel like I've probably seen your combat style at least once, but by another. So if I recognize your combat style, I might be really sad because I've fought those people so many times. A lot of people tend to go for like mace users. I really don't like them. I mean, I'm trying to find. Okay, hang on. I'm just gonna have to search you up because it won't let me access it on the stream. That's an E. You have 329 subs, right? You can add me on my PSN as well. So pretty much the same thing up here with the in front and without the YT. Good enough. I returned the sub, by the way. I gave you a sub too. Let me quickly see. 147, right? Yeah, 147. Right there. I see a Jormung. I'll actually watch this video a little bit later. I'm gonna go ahead and send you the friend request on here while I'm at it. I'm gonna go to my stream for that because I can't see. Okay, hang on. Get to 2330. That's my play style with Warlord. Got it. Could you retype your username? Because it apparently doesn't want to show on here. Wait, why am I asking? Hang on, never mind. Just... Is the T caps in your name? Because I'm an idiot and didn't see it thoroughly, apparently. Okay, thank you, my dude. Is your picture Montague from Siege? Because there's only two people here, and it shows the Warlord 97, and it shows Montague, and then it says Warlord 9797, and then it's not a picture. Meanwhile, I'll just start popping my knuckles. Oh, 4-0 with freaking Warlord. Oi! I barely do that good. It just depends on my circumstances. It depends on my friends, because sometimes my friends don't know what they're doing 70% of the time. Meanwhile, I have the entire Forsaken armor and the entire Forsaken weaponry, demonic armor. I have a problem. I really need to get this blade, or I need to see what the next rep is. Yawn. Oh crap. Well, at least you have someone that's been playing since open beta now. Yeah, that's fairly true. It's another boy I'd add to the For Honor list. Amongst the... I forgot how many friends I have. Crap. Out of the 800 plus friends that I have. Shoot. This is why I have human problems. Boy. Nice. Thou shalt not stab me. I sent a friend request to what I think is you, but if it wasn't you, you could send me a friend request. It's just capital J and L, no spacing, Jake Lava. Right there, if you can see that. Why is she so calm when she says, I am war? Meanwhile, I'm just gonna let that go through while I accept your friend request. Because apparently I sent it to the wrong person. Because your username didn't show up. 2 others did. Okay, that makes more sense. Because I couldn't find you. I saw 2 other people and one of their pictures is Montang. Pretty sure I typed it in right, unless the L was caps. But I don't know because I'm an idiot. At this point, I just want to level prior. Why is it so flippin' hot? About to turn on the freaking air conditioner because it looks like it's gonna rain. So it probably is gonna rain. I'm seeing that from the left side, of the corner left eye. Because, I'm completely spatially aware of my surroundings. Except for when the dumb cats decide to jump in front of me. Talk about you, Max. Put my mic up more. I will be on tomorrow if you want to join me. I don't know how long I'll be on tomorrow, but I should be on tomorrow night, if not morning. Because my dad's coming home tomorrow. And my mom. And they're going to want to play. And or watch movies. I do want to play with you, though, before I end up leaving for like a month. Because I'm going to go see my mom up in South Dakota. Pardon. Okay, then we'll definitely be able to play, because tomorrow night I'm going to be up for sure. Till like 2 in the morning, probably. Good old-fashioned nocturnal. I used to main Nabushi. Now I'm slaughtering Nabushi. I am very bad with pairing with this character. Yay, more nocturnal friends. Now I'm all focused. I'm all focused with the cats and the stuff and the beating the crap out of people. Be gone, thought. My friends are scared of me with Blackbriar because I flipped a lot and I went 10-2 with him on Dominion. Ooh. Oh, that's like a me with Lawbringer when I was actually good with him. Because I used to be really good with Lawbringer, I just don't use him as much anymore. Like, I have no reason to. I did my part. I got him to Black Steel. I did my job. He's black now. Black and gold. Like doing two things at once. I'm casually trying to earn tokens on this app that I have, and on top of that, going for the for honors. Now technically this isn't his level. He's in 177. I just changed up his weapon a little bit because I really wanted this shaft. I thought it looked cool. I have the head too. I just don't want to use the head. That's not the head. That's the spike. That's the head. Good executions for Blackbriar. Got the execution where he goes slow. There's a couple different slow ones. There's one where he slits the throat slow, which is Mala Ultra Adusant, which he slits the throat pretty slow. And then there's literally one called Slowly But Surely. So there's technically two where he goes pretty slowly. God, I love that sound of the metal scraping. I don't know why. It's probably the morbid me. That's the one. Fun. I need to get built. I feel like that is the most me thing to do. Like, my username is based off of a fictional character that I made forever ago, which in games I tend to be that character. I am the character I talk about, aka myself in general. So I turned him into like pretty much a god of sorts, is what my character is. So essentially, I'm just being a god in the game. Like, I literally call everyone immortal because they are to me. I got a Norse guillotine for Warlord. Norse guillotine. Okay, if I remember correctly, the Norse guillotine is really unusual. I think don't they use like their shield for that? Let me see, where is it? Norse guillotine. Oh, it's the bear trap, that's right. Oh my god, no. God, there was a, what was it? I think there was an actual situation where a guy was like, kept getting robbed, or his cabin kept getting robbed. And a guy fell headfirst into a bear trap and died. And I'm just sitting here looking at this and I'm like, no. I like it. I really do. I think, honestly, there's a bunch of these that I would get, mostly because they all, like, would describe me. Like, this one is just straight up how I am to my friends. They're trying to be aggressive, and I'm just sitting there like, yeah, go to sleep, boyo. And then just, most of the people that successfully get a hit on me, this is what they're doing. They hit me, they hurt themselves, and then I kill them. Pretty much any of my friends, they try to challenge my authority, and then they fail. That's why I'm the scary one of our group. That, and they've seen what happens when you make... I need to get more execution. More more of like, I go for character looks. Way to give yourself a headache, dude. I almost got the execution for Warlord. I almost have all the executions for Warlord, Centuri, Berserker, and Lawbringer. Nice. Dang, I love that. I love the way he pops his neck, because that's how I pop my neck, but not with a sword, with my hand. Shadow approaches. That looks worse on this character, mostly because he's a very terrifying character now. T-pose, yeah! I need to get that just so after I get a kill on somebody, I'm just gonna T-pose on them for no apparent reason. Please tell me I'm not the only one who would do that. Like, just at a random point, finishes off somebody, just T-poses on them. That is, like, that would probably be me in any game if that was an option. Just start T-posing on after kill. That's so good, I love it. I need to get that at some point. I just need to get that for the most terrifying character I can make. And then just sit there and after every kill. You done got T-posed. Get freaking nay-nayed by the terms of Venom. Very quickly for everybody on my channel, fun story. I kind of hate Venom because one of the days prior to anything we've done on stream, he freaking nay-nayed me. Like, if you guys know the frog where it says "get nay-nayed," yeah, that's he sent that to me. He was like, look at this video that I sent you. I look at it and I said, if I got nay-nayed, I'm gonna hurt you in real life, which I already am. He already kind of has it coming. Because I don't know if I said this on stream, but essentially Venom recently texted Nikki saying he almost died at a store trying to get groceries. Well, now, and you will be the scariest people in your. Well, now me and you will be the scariest people in your group. That will be fun. That will be times more terrifying to the entire friend group. I mean, technically Nikki's the only one who isn't afraid of much. And I kid you not, I actually tried to ask him for a scream. You can get a squeak out of him, maybe, but he's never thoroughly scared. Like, scream bloody murder type of scared. So, Nikki's the only one we can't scare, even you. And he uses assassins quite often. He's also very hard to get aggressive, like angry, but I have seen him angry very faintly about twice, maybe. But I mean, I have other friends who have a worse temper. Also, just so you're aware, when we're not streaming, or sometimes even when we are streaming, we make Hitler jokes. So, forewarning now, we have very messed up sense of humor. So I hope you don't mind about that one. But we don't make them like 24/7, but we do make some pretty messed up jokes. Like, I mean, like, we go minimalist murder jokes, maximum dead baby and Hitler jokes, because why the heck not? So, forewarning, be prepared to be probably a little bit more mortified if you're a more innocent person. Okay? Just a fair forewarning before you hop into this and then realize we're all messed up people. You're gonna be like, nope, lol. What do you mean? By the sense of humor thing? Or what? Or by us playing? Because I'm not afraid of much when it comes to characters. I fight a lot of people, and I fought a lot of higher level people. I tend to best them in at least one way. Whether it be strategic or something like that. So if either of those you think are going to scare me, I'm not scared of much, I don't get angry with much. It just depends. I might in a little bit here go chill in some Minecraft because I gotta restart an entire world, which makes me very angry. Because essentially, if you guys didn't hear about this from any of my friends, essentially, what happened was we were playing Minecraft last night, or technically yesterday / last night, and the entire PS4 is one of my friends texted me. I went to go see what the message was, and it wasn't loading. So I tried to back out, wasn't loading, and then I get back into Minecraft, and then I get out of that application all of a sudden, and then I can't do anything at all. So I had to essentially reset my PS4, and then I had to turn off my PS4 again because my controller was connected before the PS4 even turned on, and I don't even know what it was connected to. So then I had to sit there and be like, alright, now I gotta fix this problem. And then I get back on and the data's corrupted. So I gotta go start an entire server again, and I had a house built. I had a nether portal being built. We had diamond pickaxes and iron, and I'm angry. We had so much. But this time I'm not gonna throw out my map. By the way, if you guys want to see what the nether update was, essentially they just added a couple new mobs and added a new set of armor, weaponry, pickaxes and such called netherite, which I assume is the only obtainable by anything else. Let's just say my friend Lion of War and Dynasty Warrior says I'm the most balanced warlord out there because I'm both offensive and defensive. I've never heard from that one, but I'm still not afraid, because most of the time there's a way to counter a heavy, whether how good they are. No matter how good you are at a character, there's always a counter to them. So, as one of the truer players, such as yourself, I will say that anybody I could fight, I could probably counter one way or another, whether it be now or never. Or now or later. Sorry, I'm having a stroke. I'm fucking dying. So I'm not, like I said, I'm not normally afraid of fighting a person. It's more like, what level of honor are you? How are you as a person? What are your strategies? How many times do I have to learn from my failures? Unlike most people, I learn from my failures. I don't rage quit on a character. The only character I've kind of given up on using, mostly because he's a really odd character to use due to his ideals, is Shaolin. I love him. Well, your friends might be scared of both of us. 70% of my friends will be scared of us, or at least the ones that I most often play with. Like I said, Nikki's the only one we're going to have a problem scaring. Like, he's not even afraid of me using a ram. And I'm pretty familiar with the ram. He's not afraid to fight me as Lawbringer. He's actually bested me as a Lawbringer, and he doesn't play this as much as I do. He's bested me at least once with Century. He's bested me at least once with every character that I actually use, including Valkyrie. So, he's bested me at least once with this guy. And at a certain point, I begin to read him like a book. But he does similar things, but in a different strategy. So, he's chaotic. I just farted. Red Zod. I don't know why we needed to know. I love your I love Centurion's new rework. I do too. I honestly like the fact that we can now see his face. Like, I don't know if you saw this yet, but you could see his face, and I like that. That's a good step. I like it. But I honestly like to keep these masks on. I like the masks more than I like the person. Oh, oh, hello, Gypsy. Hi, baby. You want to say hello to the viewers? Want to say hello to the viewers, Gypsy? Just so everyone's aware, I still have 3 cats and a dog. The dog's currently with my parents. But, Chip is one of the cats that has claws. So this is the one that I forewarned people. I'm playing Fortnite, but I'm not Fortnite tryhard kid. Fun! I'm gonna go play, not Call of Duty. What I was about to say Call of Duty. I'm gonna have to go play some freaking, what's it called, boy? The thingy with the stuffy. My brain's really not working right now. Somebody help. I'm probably gonna end up playing in a minute here some Minecraft. Because I need to reset a whole world. Literally. And I'm gonna try to... If you want, I can send a picture of my Warlord and Century. I mean, you can if you want. That's kind of all you. I don't really care. That's kind of your choice. Personally, I don't really care what you look like. I got the sniffles. I'm a snuffleupagus. I'm dying. God, I can send a D pic. Nobody wants old D pics. None of us here are chicks, as far as I'm aware. At least I'm definitely not a chick. I don't know about Warlord. Probably not. I couldn't hear you in the video, so I don't know. I really like these designs on characters, like I will say this. I'm a person who says I really do like the ideals of Spartan. Most people don't like the Spartans. I love the Spartans. Like, who doesn't love a man who's wearing brass armor that's wearing something that looks like this? Oh man, okay. I really love these headpieces. I need to find one of the best ones I can. Honestly, I really need to get that for my Lawbringer, that freaking fabulous looking thing. And this doesn't look that good on this helmet. Because it just matches. I hate it. I'm picky when it comes to this. Yeah, that one's okay. It's not my favorite. There's the good one. There's the good one. Yes. The Regal Death. I need to get that, but it's 15,000. I could just buy it in the character. Start mumbling to yourself, just... I really like that headpiece, though. I also kind of like the colors. Honestly, I prefer the dark. Well, TTYL. I enjoyed your stream. Keep up the good work, and I left a like. Thank you, my friend, and I hope to see you later on tomorrow. Have a good rest of your day. I don't know what time it is for you. Anyway, have a good rest of your time. And as for everyone else, I'm going to end this stream. I'm going to go play some Minecraft so I can replace a bunch of the stuff that I have to fix. If you guys want to see more content as Minecraft or anything, make sure to let me know. And comment on videos on the specific content you want to see, such as more Modern Warfare, more like tactical videos that we do. More For Honor, more Minecraft, more Red Dead in this case, because I actually have Red Dead downloaded, or even GTA. Either way, make sure to comment what you want to see. I'm not going to ask for any subs, as YouTubers this is. Leave a like, hit that subscribe button, and put on the bell notification, because I'm not like that. I just say subscribe if you want to. There's my answer to you. If you want to sub. I don't care. Just you do you. I'll do me. We won't do each other. Never. Anyway, I'm gonna go now. I hope you guys enjoyed this, like, almost hour-long video. I will see you all probably either later on today or tomorrow. Goodbye.